Beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Maisel and Friends Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Hoppy Hell's Lager, coming in at 5.3% ABV. It's in a 330 milliliter bottle. Looking forward to this one. Here's the bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I've got something quite narrow and tall for this review, the glass. A classic kind of Pils glass this is. Now we got a 2-finger white head. It's light straw coloured. Good levels of carbonation. And as you can see, it's unfiltered. There's a nice haze in there. I've not checked out the hops. I've not looked at Untapped or Rate Beer or anything like that. I like to go into my beer reviews a little bit blind. Well, very blind actually. I just know that it's a Hoppy Hells. The reason is I like to give my opinions kind of here and now, not knowing anything about the beer. So without further ado, let's get the aroma. Oh yeah. Oh, it's got that, yeah, it's got that kind of Hell's, I nearly said Pils then. It's got that kind of Hell's Lager, kind of that clinical, kind of slightly kind of wheaty, biscuity wafer biscuit, but then with some kind of bitter lemon aroma. Oh, it smells fantastic. And it's the yeast as well. You get a good aspect of that kind of yeast aroma, that certain strain they use for a Hell's Lager. I gotta dive into this one. It smells fantastic. Cheers, everybody. Oh. I got another one of these. Woohoo! Oh, this is terrific. Absolutely terrific. Oh. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a really good beer. Oh, I just drank some. I've just reviewed a supermarket beer that was really kind of like, it was okay at best. It was a bit half-hearted, and that just, I mean, that just blows it away. Just how clinical. I could smell how clinical the beer was. What I mean by clinical is that it's just got a clinical taste. It's like Hell's Lager, Pilsner. It's just got a, it's all, what am I trying to say? Clinical, it's fast, there's lots of flavour, but it all kind of just, it's all over very kind of quickly. It's slightly kind of wafer biscuity. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. You get that kind of bitterness from the hops, slight kind of lemon and kind of fruit, lemon kind of fruit, hoppy kind of flavour, stinging nettle, and then the yeast comes in, and then that's it. Clean, clinical. I want to drink 6 of these type beer. Ooh. Amazing, absolutely amazing. The biggest achievement a brewer, for me, a brewer can kind of set themselves is to make a fantastic tasting lager. We see lagers everywhere. In every single country, some kind of company will brew a lager, whether it's in Nigeria or Germany or Belgium or France or Britain or Australia, America. Most companies brew lagers. And then there's a few companies in the world that just make superb lager. When you can make a superb lager, it's right up there with the best tasting beers in the world. It really is. I was in Sweden in the summer, and I sat with all of these top craft brewers from around the world at breakfast most mornings. And the one morning, one of the brewers, we'd all sat there a little bit hungover, trying to force some breakfast down before we had to go back to the beer festival. One of the brewers, well-known brewery, if I mentioned it, you'd all go, oh yeah, massive craft, kind of good craft brewer, well-known all over the world, said to me, what are you enjoying at the moment? And at that time, I'm not sure if you can remember, guys, 2019, I was drinking a lot of lager, good quality lager. And I said, I'm really enjoying, we've had a really warm, hot summer. I'm really enjoying lager. I'm really enjoying good lager at the moment. Clean, clinical, drinkable, fresh lager is all I seem to want. And of course these people know me as a beer reviewer. I tried stouts and porters and IPAs and all these different styles of beer from every warp of life, from every imaginable kind of beer style out there. I've probably reviewed it. So they all knew that. And a couple of them actually kind of like sat back or sat up and really kind of took notice. They come out of their hangover slumber to kind of look up and oh, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Because we then got onto the subject of, if you could brew one beer, what would that beer be? Because they get asked it all the time. I never asked it, they were asking each other. And the answer was simply lager. Most of these craft brewers out there who have been brewing beer for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, all they'll probably want to drink on their downtime when they're not brewing beer and when they're not drinking and talking about their own beer is a good, clean, clinical lager. I know it for a fact. So I said, yeah, I'm really enjoying lager at the moment, and we all just sat and agreed with one another. It's because it's just good. It's a really difficult one to explain, because when you get a really good quality lager right, they're generally from kind of Germany, and you know the Germans brew some fantastic lagers. It's the best. It's the best drinking. It's the best beer in the world. Is a good quality lager. Right up there with Weissens for me. There's a little touch of kind of mango in there, and not so much grapefruit, but a little bit of mango, a bit of spiciness, pepperiness. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, as I mentioned before. Incredibly drinkable. Incredibly drinkable. I've got another bottle over there, and I cannot wait. I just cannot wait to get that open. I'm going to finish this, take a picture of it for the thumbnail of the video. I'm going to rate it. Yeah, this is some Hell's Lager. Probably my favourite Hell's Lager of all time. That is a stone. If I had more fingers, I'd give it more fingers, but I only have 10. That's a 10 out of 10. Stone the Crows, 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!